The vaudevillains are essentially jobbers now. For the last 3 months, they have not been treated like a big deal. They haven't had the fan reaction, they even haven't had the long matches to sustain any reaction from the crowd. Take for example, American Alpha, who defeated them in 5 seconds on SmackDown. This wasn't even treated as a big deal, as even JBL just thought it was something normal, and you know JBL, he never thinks stuff as normal. And if you remember, the vaudevillains were taken as a big deal at first. They were the #1 contenders for the New Day's Tag Team Championships. The fall down was when Simon Gotch got into a fight. Then the tag team went into a down spiral. This can lead to them quitting because they aren't going to get anything big soon, it seems like, and this can really make this tag team mad and leave WWE, likely going to other promotions to wrestle. So Vaudevillains are definitely one of those tag teams that might quit in 2017. Coming in at number 9 is Paige. Paige has been very mad at the WWE over the relationship with Alberto Del Rio and herself. These two have gotten into numerous fights with the company's head. This resulted in Alberto Del Rio already leaving the WWE to go to the Mexican promotions and indie promotions all around the world. Paige might do the same thing, as Alberto Del Rio and her are still together and Paige really wants to be with him. That would be her first reason, but a second reason is Paige has not got the time on screen that she wants or deserves. She's a great female wrestler, and with this women's revolution, she really thought that she'd be a forefront in this women's revolution, but not getting time on screen has already resulted in her getting very angry at the company. She also has been suspended now, which ultimately leaves us with the perception that she really doesn't care and she wants out. So you could see her probably leaving in 2017 very soon. Number 8. Jack Swagger has been with this company for a long time. From being in the main event scene about 2 to 3 years ago, he has really fallen off and just been one of those jobbers. He recently joined SmackDown to look like he'd have a promising run, but again, he has been nowhere seen. So this leaves us with a 34-year-old who really hasn't been doing much, and he probably will not get another shot at the main event card, as it will not seem credible anymore. His contract comes up next year, and it's either Vince McMahon decides not to sign him or Jack Swagger will walk away. The good field story of the year. Number 8. James Ellsworth. He recently signed a WWE SmackDown Live contract, and this ends in 2017. So this is very good for James Ellsworth and the WWE. First of all, it shows that the WWE is showing that it doesn't matter what your size is, how you look, you can still make it to the WWE. And for James Ellsworth, this is great because he gets his dream and a shot at the title soon. But the problem is, how long will James Ellsworth last in the main event scene? Because after he's done with the main event scene, he does not have no credibility whatsoever. Yes, he has had 3 wins over AJ Styles, but those have all been in flunky win decisions. Sometimes with Dean Ambrose, and sometimes he gets lucky and it hasn't been credible enough for him to have a singles run in the mid-card. This is the problem with James Ellsworth, and this will likely lead to him leaving in 2017 or WWE not re-upping his contract in 2017. Number 7 is a future Hall of Famer and a WWE legend, The Big Show. The Big Show has been around for 18 plus years in the WWE, and with only one match scheduled at WrestleMania 33 versus Shaq, this is likely his last match ever. He has had a great run in WWE, except for the last few years where people are chanting please retire. But yes, after his match with Shaq, there's really nothing left for him, as he hasn't had a push in so long, and also he really can't have the credibility to have a push anymore after just bad storylines. I mean, he could do one of the things that most people, most legends, most Hall of Famers do, and they let somebody go over. Maybe Shinsuke Nakamura comes up and then Big Show loses to him, but that's about it. He is probably leaving in 2017. Number 6. Sin Cara has been a feeling character ever since they brought him in. He was supposed to be Rey Mysterio's successor, but it hasn't worked out. From 2 fights backstage against Chris Jericho and Simon Gotch of the Vaudevillains, he's really gotten into trouble with not only backstage talent, but management as well. Vince McMahon has been trying to get this guy over for a couple of years now, and it hasn't worked. So likely we'll see either Vince McMahon fire Sin Cara or Sin Cara quit himself and go to AAA or Lucha Underground or one of the indie promotions. Coming in at number 4 is Rhino. Rhino has had a great run of late at SmackDown, as he has become tag team champions with none other than Heath Slater. These guys are at the top of the tag team division, but what happens when they lose the tag team championship? I'd imagine they'd verse the tag team champions again one more time, but then they lose again, and then they'd have to split up. What happens there? I see nothing for him. He can't go to the world championship picture because there's too much talent there. Same with the Intercontinental Championship. There's just too much competition, and they don't want to give somebody in their late 30s opportunities a run at the title. Obviously, AJ Styles is different. He is one of a kind and he is a selling point, but Rhino is different. He has never been built up as a main carder. He has been a mid-carder when it comes to Extreme Wrestling, but it seems very unlikely that he'll take on a mid-carder role. More or less, he'll probably take on the same role Jack Swagger has, and that probably will lead to him either quitting or WWE not re-upping his contract in this upcoming year. At number 3, we got Antonio Cesaro, or better known as Cesaro. This WWE superstar has been openly frustrated with the WWE. He's tried to reach for that brass ring that Vince McMahon says so many times, but has failed to grasp it for whatever reason. Vince McMahon stated he just doesn't have the X factor, the it factor. He just can't get over with the crowd, but as you guys can see, hardcore fans love Cesaro. He's an in-ring talent, one of the best wrestlers in the world. The problem is he probably will never get that WWE World Championship opportunity. This will leave him very frustrated, and I believe he's looking at Cody Rhodes right now in TNA and how Cody Rhodes is getting a chance at the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and he's probably saying, I want that same opportunity. So there is a very good chance that Cesaro leaves the WWE and wants a better opportunity elsewhere. Number 2, Goldberg. Well, first of all, many people never thought Goldberg would ever come back to the WWE, let alone win against Brock Lesnar. Yes, he won against Brock Lesnar, and he said that he's coming to the Royal Rumble. What this means is he will probably win the Royal Rumble, or else there's no need for him to actually come to the Royal Rumble if you guys think about it that way. So that begs the question, he'll probably go to WrestleMania, but the thing is, he is getting older every year. In 2017, he will be 50 years old, and if you don't know, the week prior to Survivor Series, Goldberg hurt his shoulder. He said that he's doing this for his son. The problem is he might have the same problem that Sting had, which is getting injured too frequently. He might have to be forced to retire from an injury or quit. And this might come sooner than later, as you all know that Vince really loves to work his talent to the fullest. So expect maybe in the earliest 2017, Goldberg could be quitting. Coming in at number 1, Brock Lesnar. Yes, Brock Lesnar is probably going to quit the WWE in 2017, and here's why. Number 1, Brock Lesnar loses to Goldberg in less than 2 minutes. Now this is an interesting decision, because why would the booking team make Brock Lesnar lose? If you don't know, his contract ends in 2017 right after WrestleMania. So why would Brock Lesnar lose? Maybe it's because Brock Lesnar has already told him he does not want to re-sign. Another reason possibly is that he has no competition. Last time when he signed, he had leverage in 2015 because he said he could have signed to UFC. This made Vince pay him $5 million a year, which was the second highest paid contract next to John Cena, and Lesnar only had to work 1/10 of the time John Cena worked. So this time around, he doesn't have the leverage he did. So Lesnar might wait out and decide to wait until Vince McMahon is desperate enough to match his price once again. Also, Lesnar isn't a draw anymore. He used to be one of the biggest draws in sports entertainment, but recently he hasn't got the numbers popped up. If you look at Goldberg, when he returned, he brought up the ratings by about 8%, making the viewership once again go to 3 million. That's something that Goldberg could do, but Brock Lesnar has not been able to do that, and that might be booking's fault, as creative has not done enough, because they have made Lesnar feel more stale in every match as he does the same thing, Suplex City's Hill F5. So these might be the 3 reasons why WWE and Brock Lesnar will not come to terms on a contract in 2017, leaving Lesnar to leave the WWE once again. So that is the top 10 WWE superstars that will quit in 2017. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think I'm crazy for thinking Goldberg and Brock Lesnar might quit? Do you guys think one of them will quit? Do you guys think both of them will quit? Tell me in the comment section below what you think about this. Also, please leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for the support. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. It helped me out so much. Raw highlights coming out tomorrow. TLC highlights coming out this Sunday. So be aware, put notifications on, and thank you guys so much for watching.
They say the sky is the limit, well I've passed that. Thanks to this loud, I've been smoking, you should match that. And Lil Wayne said it best, where the cash at. Long as your titty sitting pretty and that ass fat, then we good, we good.